Why does the modern world so desperately need everything to have a purpose? Why do we feel an almost physical anxiety when we encounter something, or someone, who refuses to be measured, classified, and optimized? When J.R.R. Tolkien was writing his opus magnum, Lord of the Rings, he placed a character right at the heart of the gathering darkness, who has both irritated and fascinated literary scholars for decades. A character who fits into no frame, Tom Bombadil. Today we will try to understand why this supposedly superfluous character is in fact the most crucial manifesto against our modern technocratic world. Act 1. The obsession with boxes. The human mind has a natural, almost biological need to control reality by pigeonholing it. We want to precisely define the boundaries of our experiences. We want to know how everything should work, how much it should cost, and what value it should generate. The poet Malcolm Guite once noticed this mechanism in relation to his own son, Peter. We try to lock those we love inside intellectual boxes. We want to comprehend them fully. And when they burst those boxes asunder, when they escape our expectations, we feel irritated. Our own hard-heartedness makes us think that people who don't fit into our schemes, those who dress differently or speak a strange language, are doing it just for cheap attention, that it's arrogance. We see this same narrowness of thinking in the Hobbits. For years they treated Farmer Maggot as a simple, crass peasant. They filed him away in a convenient slot. It is only Tom Bombadil who shows them how wrong they were. He reveals that beneath Maggot's rough exterior lies a deep wisdom and dignity that the hobbits lacked the imagination to see. Bombadil embodies this wider reality, the powerful energy and divine wonder that simply cannot fit into our narrow categories. Who exactly is this man? Before Tom became a part of Middle-earth, he was merely a wooden toy belonging to Tolkien's children, the embodiment of the charms of the Oxfordshire countryside. Act 2. Who is Tom Bombadil?
Yet, when the writer swept him into the dark, epic narrative of the Lord of the Rings, Bombadil underwent a transformation. He became a theological and philosophical symbol, the guardian of something that modernity tries to destroy at all costs. During the Council of Elrond, a key question is raised. Why not give the One Ring to Bombadil? After all, Sauron's power has no effect on him. The answer we hear is shockingly simple. Because the ring is nothing to him. Tom does not possess a single shred of the will to dominate. He does not desire power. He does not want to control. And because this ultimate weapon has absolutely no utilitarian value to him, Tom would simply lose it. He would forget about it, throwing it into a corner like a worthless piece of scrap metal.
Act 3. Pop culture's most beautiful monocle.
In his book, Tolkien creates one of the most brilliant and underrated images in the entire history of fantasy literature. Tom Bombadil takes the One Ring, the tool of ultimate enslavement, and, just for fun, lifts it to his eye. Look at this contrast. The eye of Sauron is the absolute symbol of modern, instrumental rationality. It is the imperialism of utility, viewing the world solely as a machine for generating obedience and resources. But through that very golden circle of tyranny, a bright blue, friendly eye looks back at us. This is the ultimate subversion. It is a manifesto declaring that joy, freedom, and pure, disinterested hospitality are older, more powerful, and more fundamental than any tyranny, which is merely a temporary disruption in the harmony of creation.
Act 4. Return to the Hearth.
This philosophical struggle between utility and wonder permeated the entire life of Tolkien himself. The modern world tells us that our value depends on our productivity, that we must constantly optimize our time. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, and Alfred Tennyson knew perfectly well that this was a lie. When these great writers sat together by the fireplace and lit their pipes, they weren't looking for a quick sensory hit of dopamine. They were celebrating tradition. For them, the pipe was a sign of belonging to something larger, to a world of slow, unhurried, deep conversation that was not meant to bring any profit.
It was an escape from the treadwheel of productivity into a space of pure, shared humanity. Perhaps that is why we struggle so much to understand Tom Bombadil, because he challenges our inner Sauron, that part of us that wants to control, measure, and possess. Maybe sometimes it is worth putting aside our own ring of productivity, to sit by the fire, look at the world without wanting to own it, and simply marvel at what is. And how do you view Tom Bombadil? Do you consider him an unnecessary interruption? Or, as we do today, the most vital key to understanding Tolkien's soul? Let us know in the comments. If this video allowed you to slow down for a moment, leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. See you at the next fireside.